didn't realise it at first, but there's a car that you can just see here now that's actually reversing into a parking spot. And as you get closer, then you can see he's indicating to do that. And that's all fine. And then you see this guy who just can't be bothered to wait until let him finish his parking. And then an Audi doing exactly the same thing, but it's on the other side of the road. Just impatience. Just make sure to look after the pedestrians, because a lot of pedestrians aren't going to look after you. And as you can see in this case, this person has just walked out. Don't think they looked, they did now, but they've got a mobile phone. Go and make sure to look after them. Another pedestrian just to be wary of. That's actually a red man up there, so they shouldn't be going. But guess what? They're going to go. Guarantee it. You can just see them coming out. Here they come. Now, oh, I'm going to run, even though the lights have changed. Got to look after the pedestrians. Can't make up our minds about this clip. You see there's a cyclist in front, and we're just catching up to him fairly quickly. But you can see he's reasonably far out. I'm a bit closer to the yellow line than he is, and he's a bit wobblier than me. And then you'll watch as this car comes past, and I can't make up my mind if that's close or not. I mean, it's borderline, but you've got somebody who's a bit slower than you and a bit wobblier. I think he could have probably done a better job. All seems to be at the 1.5 metre rule today. So here I am coming up to cars on the left hand side, so naturally I have to stop. They have the right of way, and there's two cars that are going to go by. I mean, the red car is going quite slow, I'm not sure why, but fine by me anyway. So it's clear, so I go, and you can see it's pretty, you know, well packed on this side. I can't really get any closer to the curb, and this guy goes by in the Beamer. I mean, that's not 1.5 metres. There's a cyclist in front, as you can see. Now he's a pretty quick cyclist by the looks of things. You just have to look at his calf muscles, see they're well defined. So I think he's a pretty quick cyclist. Now I also think he's actually on a cool down at the moment. So I'm not going to pass him because he may just want to shoot past me. But he makes this bizarre decision here. So I'm going to sit on the left hand side here, and he goes into the middle and then goes up to the right. Now instinctively I know he's going to do this, and he cuts across me. Why didn't he follow me down on the left hand side rather than put himself at risk going out onto the offside? This is seconds after that little incident, and the cyclist has decided that he's just going to slowly creep along. I mean, why can't stay behind the white line, I don't know. And he's taken up the middle position. I mean, I wouldn't have done that. That's why I'm on the left hand side. He's allowed to, because if he doesn't feel safe. But that's why I think he's on warm down, because he's about to indicate to go off to the left. I think that's where he lives, it's just a bit further up. Now just behind him is a silver car that just pulls out into the road. You'll see it coming. There he is, there right now. And he's dithering, and he dithers some more. Why is it taking him this long to indicate? Here it goes, the indication. Why is it taking him this long when he's going to the car park? Could somebody explain to me this? It's like, it's not the van, it's the red van, it's this white van. There's just two cones in the middle of the road. Why? Why has he put two cones in the middle of the road there? Not needed, he's sitting on the pavement. Could somebody explain that one to me, please? We're coming up to the same section of road which always causes problems with cars getting too close to you with the 1.5 metre rule. So both these cars here are triggered already. Guarantee it, because I've undertaken them because of the pedestrian crossing. So as you can see, I've caught up with the Honda, and now you'll see what happens next. Straight away, not even making any allowances for space, this car goes by. That is not 1.5 metres. He's triggered because I was able to undertake him because he was going too slow. That one's marginally better. I'm going to let him off, but again, it's the same point, this pinch point here, always the same problem. It's just this desperation to get past you. Who said men can't do two things at once? Look at this masterful piece of traffic management. He's actually already in the road, so that's the reason why that silver van stopped. You just see him a second. There he is. He's just popped out, waving the bloke out. Yeah, being nice. Go on, stop the traffic for you. Coming out, coming out. Look at that. He's even on the phone. This man's able to walk, talk, and direct traffic. What a hero. Here's a better quality of courier. You can just see him on the left here. The UPS courier, always in good condition. and the driver's actually in the vehicle and he's actually spotted me, and rather than just pulling out and getting on with it like a DPD would, nope, this guy waits for me, then indicates, which you can't see, but I did, and then follows me afterwards. Quality driving. Life would be so much easier without these pesky pedestrians, wouldn't it? Here we go, we've got one here who just decides to walk out into the road. Now he's angling to go across, but he's waiting, so I have to actually ding him because he's just not paying any attention, and he still walks out in there. He's forcing me even wider. Why couldn't he have just walked down the pavement or crossed earlier? What do people think on this one? There's parked cars on either side of the road, so it's a pinch point, and I actually slowed down to stop because the beam was making no intention of stopping here. It doesn't wave, doesn't say thank you or anything, and I think it's a 50-50 on this one. I mean, what do you think, people? Just a bit of lazy driving. It's not the Tesla. Tesla is all right. It's actually the car on the opposite side here that you can just see coming up now. I'm going to have to stop for him because he's indicating, but can't he go around the roundabout? You know? Nope, obviously going to wear his tyres out too much. You know what's going to happen here. He's not going to stop for me. He's just going to go and not make any effort to go any faster either. I'd like to get people's views on this one. You can see the pedestrian on the left there, and this car also on the left at the roundabout, and the car goes. Now, doesn't the pedestrian have right of way on this one with the new rules? I'm a bit hazy on this one and just like to know what people think. As you can see, there's a cyclist in front of me and he's going a fraction quicker than me, so I've actually been chasing him down in brackets. We're just coming up to a junction here and I'm not entirely sure what he's doing because he makes no indication of where he's going. My assumption is he's going right, but he never actually indicates anything. So he does a little jink to left because that's the way the road goes. And there's a lorry there. And he does this. He does a complete U-turn. Why didn't he stop? Why didn't he get off the bike? Why did he do a weird U-turn? I mean, he didn't look behind him to see if there's any vehicles or not. Well done if you made it this far. And I just wanted to mention that I'm actually a driver myself, so I do see both sides of this. I cycle more than I drive, but I see many cyclists in London doing a lot crazier things than you see on these videos. Maybe one day I'll actually do a video of watching a lot of crazy cyclists and drivers in London. Probably try and do something that's more cycle orientated, obviously, as this is more of a bike channel. And I hope the audio is a little bit better this time. And the first video, the Behringer, wasn't set up, and now I've managed to put it in, so I've now got a mixer and some sound. Hopefully is a lot better than it was before. But thanks for watching, and please subscribe.